In one moment, I lost my legs and my husband. The first thing I saw when I opened my eyes after the accident was my husband Daniel, standing at the far end of the hospital bed, arms crossed, staring at me from a distance. I tried to move my legs. Nothing. No feeling at all. He said coldly, "Don't try. The doctor said your spine is damaged. You might never walk again." I waited for him to come closer, to hold my hand, to tell me we'd get through this together. But he didn't move, not a single step. Suddenly, he said, "I called my brother. He'll come tomorrow with some papers." I asked, "What papers?" He replied while walking away, "I'm sorry, but I won't spend the rest of my life with a wheelchair." He turned around and left without looking back. The next day, my brother came with the divorce papers. I was still in the hospital. Months later, I started physical therapy with a specialist named Alex. The first thing he said to me was, "The doctors think you'll never walk again, but what do you think?" I sighed and said, "I think they're right." He shook his head. "That's the worst answer you could give. I don't care about the doctors. What do you believe can happen?" No one had ever asked me that before. I said honestly, "I don't know." He smiled slightly and said, "Then we'll find out together. But you have to fight. Can you?" For the first time since the accident, I felt a small spark inside me. I said, "I can. I'll fight." The year that followed was a war. Alex pushed me until I cried, then pushed harder. One session, I screamed that I hated him, that he was torturing me, that I wanted to quit. He knelt beside me, looked straight into my eyes, and said, "Hate me if you want, but you're not stopping. Get up. Try again." I grabbed the bars and tried. After 1 year, I took my first real steps with his help. 10 steps. He said, "You're walking. This is the most beautiful thing I've ever seen." I looked at him, the only man who stayed. 10 years after the day Daniel left me in that hospital room, I was standing in the hallway of my house, playing with my daughter Lily. A car stopped in front of the house. Daniel stepped out. He walked toward me with an awkward smile and said, "You're walking. I heard you recovered, but I didn't believe it. I had to see it myself." He took a step closer. I took a step back. With a broken voice, he said, "I was wrong. I was a coward. I regret it every day. I never loved anyone but you." At that moment, Alex came and stood beside me. Daniel looked at him, then at the ring on my finger. "Who is this?" I said calmly. "My husband." Lily ran toward us. Daniel looked at her and whispered, "You have a daughter?" I replied, "This is Lily. She's 4 years old." He said, almost crying, "She could have been mine. This could have been my life." I looked at him and said, "No, because the moment life got hard, you ran." Tears filled his eyes. "Please give me one more chance." I just smiled. I picked up my daughter, walked away on my own legs, and Alex closed the door behind us.